Morning, Miss Genesee. Where's Inspector Lum? I'd like to speak to her. In here, are they?
Good morning. Oh, good morning, Constable. They're in there, both of them. I don't know what's going on.
Good morning, madam. I've brought these for the inspector, or perhaps the sergeant could take them.
Who's that?
Sounds like Mr. Starkweather.
Look here, I can't spend all day kicking my heels in the police station. I've given you my fingerprints, and then I made them bring me down here. I've got things to do. I've got 2 appointments with a house agent today. Oh, good morning, Miss Sanders. I'm so sorry.
Good morning.
Last night, Mr. Starkweather, did you lay your hand on this table and subsequently push the window open?
Don't know. May have done, can't remember.
Here are Mr. Starkweather's prints, ma'am. The constable brought them, and the ballistics report.
Let's see. The bullet that killed Richard Andrews definitely came from his gun. As to the fingerprints, we'll soon see.
You've just come back from Tokyo, haven't you? What's Tokyo like?
Crowded. How are you today, Mrs. Andrus? Are you feeling better?
Oh, yes, thank you. I've got over the shock now.
Good, good.
Well, this seems to settle it. They're not your prints.
What? What's that?
Your prints are on the window, decanter, glass, and cigarette lighter. The prints on the table are not yours. They're a completely unidentified set of prints. That settles it then. Since there were no visitors here last night.
No.
They must be McGregor's.
McGregor's?
You sound surprised.
Yes, I am rather. I mean, I should have expected him to have worn gloves.
He handled the revolver with gloves.
Was there any quarrel, or was nothing heard but the shot?
Jenny and I, we just heard the shot, but then we wouldn't hear anything upstairs.
Rocco.
Lilac, I've just heard. I'm most terribly sorry.
Good morning, Major Farrar.
This is an extraordinary business. Poor Richard.
He was lying here in his wheelchair all crumpled up, and there was a piece of paper on his chest. You know what it said? It said, paid in full.
Yes, there, John.
It is exciting, isn't it?
Yes, of course it's exciting.
This is Mr. Starkweather, Major Farrar, who may be our next member of Congress. He's running in the special election, you know.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Starkweather actually saw the murderer leaving last night.
I'd run my car into a ditch, and I was coming up to the house to see if I could telephone and get some help.
But which way did this man go?
No idea. Vanished into the snow like a conjuring trick.
You told Richard someone would shoot him one day, didn't you, Rocco?
Did I? Don't remember.
Oh, yes, you did. At dinner. You know, you and Richard were having some sort of argument. You said, one of these days, Richard, somebody will pull a bullet through your head.
A remarkable prophecy.
Oh, well, Richard and his guns were pretty fair nuisance value, you know. People didn't like it. Why, there was that fellow Griffiths, Lilac, your gardener, you know, the one Richard sacked. He said to me several times, one of these days you look, I shall come with my gun and I shall shoot Mr. Andrus.
Oh, Griffith wouldn't do a thing like that.
No, of course not. I didn't mean that. I mean that it was the sort of thing that, you know, people said about Richard. I wish I'd come over here last night. I meant to.
But that awful snow, you couldn't come out in that.
No, I had my committee members over to dine with me. When they found the snow coming on, they went home rather early. I thought then of coming along to see you, but decided against it. Has anyone got a match? I seem to have mislaid my lighter. Oh, there it is. Couldn't imagine where I'd left it.
Rocco,
Yes? I'm most awfully sorry about all this, Lilac. If there's anything I can do.
yes, I know.
Mr. Starkweather, can you shoot? I can. Richard used to let me try sometimes. Of course, I wasn't as good as he was.
Did he? What sort of gun did he let you use?
Rocco, I must speak to you. I must.
Careful.
A 22. I'm quite good at shooting, aren't I, Rocco? Do you remember the time you took me to the fair? I knocked 2 of the bottles down, didn't I?
You did indeed, my lad. You got a good eye. That's what counts. Good eye for a cricket ball, too. Quite a sensational game, the last match last summer.
You mind if I smoke?
Of course not.
Do you mind if I borrow your lighter?
Of course not. Here it is.
Thank you, Major Farrar.
Richard has lots of guns and air guns, and he's got a gun he used to use in Africa for elephants. Would you like to see them? They're in Richard's bedroom, though they're there.
All right. You show them to us. You know you're helping us a lot. We ought to take you in the force. We don't need to keep you, Mr. Starkweather. You can get on about your business now. Keep in touch with us, that's all.
All right. I must go see whether they got my car out of the ditch yet. We didn't seem to pass it on the way here.
No, the drive comes up from the other road.
Yes, how different things look in the daylight.
Rocco, that lighter, I said it was mine.
You said it was yours? To the inspector?
No, to him.
To this fellow? Lilac.
Be careful, he may be listening to us.
Who is he? Do you know him?
No, I don't know him. He had an accident with his car and he came here last night just after.
It's all right, Lilac. You know I'll do everything I can.
Rocco, fingerprints
What fingerprints?
on that table there and on the pane of glass. Are they yours? It's very kind of you, Rocco, and I'm sure there will be a lot of business things you can help us with. Are they yours, Rocco? Think.
On the table? Yes, they might have been.
Oh, God, what shall we do? The police think it's this man, McGregor.
Well, that's all right then. They'll probably go on thinking so.
But suppose.
Yes. I must go. I've got an appointment. It's all right, Lilac. Don't worry. I'll see that you're all right.
Oh, you off now?
Yes, things are rather busy these days. Election coming on, in a week's time.
I see. Excuse my ignorance. What are you, a Republican?
I'm a Democrat.
Oh, are they still at it? I see. I'm beginning to see.
What do you mean?
It's the boyfriend, is it? Come on now. Is it?
Since you ask, yes.
There are quite a few things you didn't tell me last night, aren't there? That's why you snatched up his lighter in such a hurry and said it was yours. And how long has it been going on between you and him?
Sometime now.
But didn't you go away together?
No, there's his career, for one thing. It might ruin him politically.
Surely not these days. Don't they all take adultery in stride?
These would have been special circumstances. He was a friend of Richard's, and with being disabled,
Oh, I see. Not good publicity.
I suppose you think I ought to have told you this last night.
No obligation.
It didn't seem to matter. I mean, all I could think of was my having shot Richard.
Yes, I see. I couldn't think of anything else either. Want to try a little experiment? Where were you standing when you shot Richard?
Where was I standing?
You said.
Oh, over there.
Oh, go and stand where you were standing.
I can't remember. Don't ask me to remember. I was upset.
Your husband said something. You snatched up the gun. Well, come on, let's act it out. There's the table. There's the gun. Now then, you were quarreling. You picked up the gun. Pick it up.
I don't want to.
Don't be a little fool. It's not loaded. Come on, pick it up. Pick it up. You snatched it up. You didn't pick it up gingerly like that. You snatched it up and you shot him. Show me how you did it. Go on. Show me. Go on. Shoot. It isn't loaded. So, this foreign model, I thought so. You never fired a revolver in your life. You don't know how to do it. You don't even know enough to release the safety catch. You didn't shoot your husband.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Then why should I say I did?
Because it was Rocco Ferrar who shot him.
No.
Yes.
No.
I say yes.
If it was Rocco, why on earth should I say I did it?
Because you thought, and thought quite rightly, that I'd cover up for you. For you. Yes, you played me along very prettily. But I'm through to you here. I'm through. I'm damned if I'm going to tell a pack of lies to save Major Rocco Ferrar's skin.
Oh, yes, you are. You'll have to. You can't back out now. You've told your story to the police. You can't change it.
What?
Whatever you know or think, you've got to stick to your story. You're an accessory after the fact. You said so yourself.
Oh, I'm damn you little...